Warning: viewers' discretion is advised. Some topics discussed are heavy realities for sharks. Sharks, protectors of the planet. Sharks have existed since prehistoric times for a significant purpose to the world's very survival. The ocean is the biggest ecosystem on the planet, covering more than 70% of our world, with around 97% of all water on the planet being oceanic. Therefore, it would not be inconceivable to understand that most oxygen on the planet is supplied by our oceans than any or all rainforest on this planet. Aside from producing oxygen, the ocean is also responsible for removing 1/3 of all man-made carbon dioxide, as well as controlling our temperatures and weather system. So where do sharks fit in this picture? Many sharks are apex predators within the oceans, controlling our populations of seals, fish, and other sea dwellers. When this balance is lost and not in its natural order, our oceans suffer mass consequences. For instance, sharks eat marine life that feed on phytoplankton, a microscopic plant-like organisms, which creates oxygen through photosynthesis. Therefore, without this natural predator keeping the balance in check, the phytoplankton would not be able to thrive due to overconsumption by marine life, causing disastrous repercussions for all on the planet. If all sharks were gone, we could face losing a vast supply of our oxygen. It is predicted that phytoplankton in our ocean produces the equivalency of 50–80% of all oxygen on the planet. That's not to say that this risk factor wouldn't be felt immediately if all the sharks were to face extinction, but slowly it would eventually occur. Right now, as it stands, we have an estimated 1 billion years of oxygen left. Yet, getting rid of vital species such as sharks would surely speed up this process. If sharks play such a huge role in our oxygen supply, why would we harm sharks? Popular media depictions of sharks have made sharks seem like a villain than the savior. Motion pictures like Jaws and The Meg have made sharks look as the man-killer than the curious beings they are. As sharks don't have hands, often they explore things with their mouths, which is the leading cause of most shark attacks. Of course, as we all have seen, some sharks, if desperate enough, do choose to feed on humans. But this is very unlikely. Once a shark bites, it often realizes, as we aren't its natural prey, and therefore lets the human go. This, sometimes with very devastating effects such as lost limbs or even death. Yet, did you know that you are more likely to be struck by lightning or crushed by a vending machine than be attacked by a shark? In fact, 1 in 3.75 million people will actually be attacked by a shark, whereas on the contrary, humans kill an estimated 100 million sharks every year, while the average number of human fatalities from sharks is around 5 each year, or 1 every 2 years in the US. Exploring the idea further, why else do we go after sharks if they pose really little to no threat to us? Simple answer: their fins. Welcome to the shark fin industry, an estimated billion-dollar global company. Shark fin soup is a traditional celebration dish of elites, being a status symbol in many celebrations like weddings in some Asian cultures. In addition to a status symbol, eating sharks is surrounded by the belief that if it is consumed, it would prevent diseases and has restorative properties, which have also brought its presence in some healing practices. This comes partly from the belief that sharks have cartilage that prevents cancer tumors from forming, which ultimately has been proven wrong, and sharks, like humans, can also experience cancers. It has also been found that since the fin is cartilage, eating shark fins lacks nutritional value, leading most, if not all, nutrients in the soup to come from the broth and other components. A question to ask yourself: is our survival and all living species' survival on this planet more important to us than allowing the eating or healing practice of shark fins? We also must consider the reality in how fins are acquired and how the sharks are treated after. Much of what happens is the capture of sharks followed by the cutting off of all fins and throwing it back into the ocean alive to drown. Sharks need to move to produce oxygen through gills. It is a sad ending for a creature who is little to no harm to us. As more and more species of sharks become endangered and face potential extinction, there are many countries banding together in support of their survival. In fact, in the US, as of December 2022, the sales of shark fins became illegal, joining other countries in the ban of shark fins such as Canada and the UK. In fact, in some ways globally, we seem to be moving more into protection mode of sharks. Worldwide, there are many protected sites globally in our oceans for all marine life, including the Great Barrier Reef and the Galapagos Marine Reserve. So, what can we do to help sharks? We can start by stopping supporting the shark fin industry, including not consuming sharks. Signing petitions against the shark fin industry. Using educational means like this video and other resources to educate yourself about sharks and the eradication of sharks. Support and fund organizations or individuals who are making a difference in the increasing and preservation of shark populations. And lastly, spread the word. Sharing this information leads to a better understanding surrounding sharks and why we need to protect them. I want to end this with the recognition: extinction is forever. Do we really want to risk losing the species that keeps our ocean's ecosystem in balance and protects a vast majority of our oxygen supply? Please leave your comments. We would like to know your thoughts, and like and subscribe to see more deep dives like this one into theories that surround our planet.